An actual spring-mounted keyboard, not even leaf spring, like a legitimate spring or springs. It's not every day you get to see a keyboard that uses actual springs as a mounting option. Before we move on with the video, this is a short sponsor segment by PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for printing PCBs, fabrication of CNC aluminum or 3D printing. As simple as a click of a button, all you have to do is upload your file and you are ready to go. For the most customization options, you can opt for their advanced PCBs over their basic PCBs. You have color options for your silk screen and solder mask. Currently, they're having a 15% off on their flexible and flex rigid PCBs. And if you haven't signed up, you can claim a $5 free coupon on their website, which is basically the cost of a really cheap basic PCB. So if you're interested, the link is down below. Go check it out. And we're gonna go back to the video. Bye guys. So let me introduce to you the Akko SPR67. Being priced at $214, it is on the pricier side for Akko keyboards. But it does feel somewhat justifiable considering what it comes with, what is included, and how it all comes together. The first time I saw this board was actually on Akko's Twitter. Seeing Akko branch out and dive deeper into the keyboard scene, and also they had south-facing sockets. And I just realized, why am I wearing my headset? I'm gonna take it out. I'm crazy. So there is a lot to unpack inside this box, but for some reason, mine didn't come with an instruction guide. And not gonna lie, it took me a solid amount of time just to put the whole board together. Let's start off with the basic stuff. It has the Akko cord cable, a daughter board, bump-ons, and all things that are normal: screws, keycap puller, switch puller. Then we move on to the unusual stuff. Springs of different weights, some kind of long pole stuff, silicone gaskets that are not sticky. Following that, we have our plates. We have a palm plate and an FR4 plate. Next up is our PCB. This is a huge step up in design too. It is somewhat of a weird one. There are many holes on this PCB. They finally moved on and included some gold accents onto the PCB, which makes it look really classy. And not mentioning the south-facing, very nice. And then we have our SPR67. It looks really classy, a clean white base with a neat gold accent ring. With one of the more popular layouts, I can see how this will attract people based off looks only. At the back is a counterweight in gold. Definitely would rather it without the words, but it still looks pretty good. The keyboard is held together by 6 screws at the back. Once you open it up, we can install our daughter board. Afterwards is the interesting mounting style that this keyboard adapts. As you saw previously, they provide springs in 3 different weights: 170 grams, 230 grams, and 120 grams. However, they did state 120 grams might affect the general infrastructure and stability of the board. So for now, I'm gonna go with the 170 grams. But don't worry. I'm gonna showcase all of the springs and how bouncy it is, okay? So that'll be with the typing test. You do require a good amount of force to install the 6 springs. Afterwards, you install these rubber tops on top of the springs for dampening. Once that's done, we can move on to our top housing. There are mini slots to install these silicone gaskets. I can't really tell what these are for, but I do know they are somewhat useful in dampening. I don't know, man. Moving on to something I actually know about, the PCB. I will be using the EVA sheet and the plate foam. If you didn't know, I'm actually a huge fan of the Akko FR4 plate, so we're gonna run that. The PCB is hot swappable, equipped with 5-pin south-facing sockets, supports screw-in stabilizers, which is honestly all we need. Really great to finally see Akko equip south-facing sockets onto their PCBs. It's definitely a step up, so good job Akko. As for switches, these have been requested from the viewers for quite a while. These are the new palm switches by Akko. They come in boxes of 45 switches for $16.99. Silvers are always well known for fast actuation for the gamers out there. They also have a 22mm spring accompanied with the palm material to provide a smoother switch in general. So these are unlubed. Once that is all done, we can put it all together and install some keycaps. PBT fans, one of my favorite keycap series recently. Everything from packaging to the new designs and the price, I really like it a lot. They come in such nice compact keycap trays and they never end up being like this. The set I have with me is called Klein Blue. It is an ABS set, semi-translucent, and the color is just stunning. I decided this set paired with the white base and the gold accent would make it look really nice. So it's basically perfect, alright? Anyway, here's the sound test and the bouncy spring test. My overall rating would be a solid 9 out of 10 for this keyboard. It gives a really interesting experience to someone who has built quite a few number of boards. The sound, feel and looks met all of my expectations. In terms of sound, it does sound really nice. You don't even have to loop the switches, there's no metallic ping, it doesn't sound too hollow even though there's no case foam. I think they did a really good job. As for the general feel of the board, it is really bouncy. It is a really interesting experience compared to the usual gasket mount. As for the looks, it looks good, so yeah. So Akko really did a step up from their normal game of Akko mods and pre-built boards. Seeing Akko venture out into the different mounting styles, south-facing PCB, it is really nice to see that. I hope they do provide more interesting experience in the future. I believe they will. So do check out their stuff. If you're interested in the board, go check out the link in the description down below. And make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I bet you haven't seen a spring-mounted board, right? So if you guys want to see more keyboard stuff, keyboard related stuff, go ahead and click subscribe and like this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.